First time.
Fucking shit, the smoking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, the smoking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Fucking shit, the smoking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, the smoking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Fucking shit, the smoking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, the smoking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Fucking shit, the smoking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, the smoking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Holy fucking shit, the smoking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, the smoking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Holy fucking shit, the smoking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, the smoking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Being fat is actually fit-phobic. I am tired, like that Chinese guy trying to build roads in Africa, of fit phobia. Do better, people. Do better. A few adjustments today. As you see, if you are a channel member, you should now be automatically highlighted when you chat. It's going to be a busy chat. It's going to be a dirty chat. It's going to be a jungle music chat. We have a full house today. I'm going to remember to actually turn their microphones on this time before I start switching to them. But over here sharing a camera because we're not fully, ooh, that's some loud jungle music, not fully set up with the new equipment. But Mihaly Sogor and Michael Scott, welcome to both of you.
How we doing? How we doing?
What's up?
Michael.
It is Cider House. It is what it is. On the next camera, we got Jack Kentner. Jack, what's the prostitute count at?
It's been a crazy week for me. I got a shout out, and I got spit out.
Spit out.
We're going to get to that in a minute. And with us finally, he's hiding behind his microphone, Danny Kunselman. What's going on, Danny?
You gave Jack my chair.
You got your own camera though,
he
so
gave
I don't want to
Michael
hear
my
it.
chair. He gave
I
Michael
don't want to
my chair. I got
fucking hear
super
it.
The blasphemous prostitute fucker in front of the Nicene Creed.
Actually, hold up. This is a new chair. Okay, you
took my spot then. You didn't take my chair then.
Okay.
So as I
Calm
said,
down.
your damn member chats will finally show up. We got the white 6 months member there, Circle Jerk 3cc Tobias
He remembered.
in the house. What's going on, chat? Let's say hello to you real quick, since I can finally see that as well. Juan Ramirez, welcome back. Pigpug 214 on Rumble. Came here for John Ward, stayed for Harambe. I respect it. Let me know if Rumble is working. I think I have this finally fixed too. There we go. So we can have the chat platform contest. X always a little funky. Actually, since I'm here, bear with me for 2 seconds. And let's just do a quick test. No, still a problem with that. So we'll get that figured out. But where was I at? I saw Mr. Smith 118 is back. Welcome back. BR549OU812. Let's fucking go, world champions. Welcome back. Chronic, welcome back. David Older King, both you guys. Glad to have you. Hard M, pie out. Gary Maricano, welcome back over on Rumble. Crusty White Bread, Big Mike, that was highlighted. Nice to see it. Oh, we got the weird toggle on pilled, so maybe we got to get that fixed too. Matthew Rice, you are correct. Jack got Hawk 2 it on. Toker 88 champion. I don't know if I've seen you before, but welcome. Random stuff around here. Happy third, and it's covered by Crusty White Bread taking his dick out. It is what it is. It is what it is, but you should be able to chat from any of those 4 platforms: YouTube, Rumble, Pilled, or X, and your chats will show up, although apparently not tonight. Circle Jerk, Jack's playing pocket pinball. The prostitute chained up in his dungeon. Today's topic, not the intro, today's topic, witchcraft. Witch slapped, witchy things. What's going on there? Who wants to explain why the fuck? I mean, it is we're pretty close to the election, so it's going to get weird. But why are we talking about witches?
Yeah, so I suggested this topic because Trump is in the news right now because witches are expressing their annoyance over their inability to curse him. He has divine protection or something. And I thought that since this is October and we're nearing the Halloween season,
Makes sense.
What's a better topic to discuss?
Makes sense. Anybody else got any witch drop-ins they want to drop in, or are you just like, what? Why am I here? What's up with my life choices?
I mean, the Lord Jesus Christ is protecting him. That's why.
There's lots.
Very simple.
There's a Shinzo Abe or Abe, whatever you call him, and Harambe's up there getting rid of all this witchcraft. So
I'm willing to say I did a lot more research about the Wicks and Wiccan than I was
Isn't one of our state rep
prepared to
candidates a
do,
Wiccan?
but I did it for you. And
you took this
here we are.
seriously, you're saying?
Somewhat. I was curious because I had no idea what this whole witchcraft thing was about.
This is the one. All the topics.
You and I have heard rumors before, but I never really actually looked into it. And you know what I'm talking about when I say that.
Somewhere in here, I have our witch thing set up, ready to go here. And if you see a good comment, please read it out.
Yeah, so this is where
that's Cerberus.
the whole
What's going
thing-
on, buddy?
Yeah, so this is where the whole thing started. From Reddit lies, Reddit witches are trying to cast spells on Trump, but they're upset because he has some kind of protection around him. And you can read the post.
Yeah, you want me to read it? All right.
Yeah, sure.
So from Feel My Cocoa Beats, 90 days ago. Some other witches have mentioned that doing spells directly against T-Rump, that must be a spell, T-Rump, are not as effective as we might hope, as he seems to have some kind of protection around him. A freezer spell, don't know what that is, we'll look it up, against Project 2025 would likely be useful, but I wouldn't give the Cheeto any more attention right now. He hates to be ignored, right? LOL. A lot of people are taking the opportunity to do protection and uplifting kinds of spells. This shit, man. To help Kamala and the Democrats rather than attacking the other side. An awesome spell that can be repeated many times is the Blue Wave spell by Michael M. Hughes. Oh, they cite their spells? They have a whole fucking bibliography of spells? It is powerful. Good luck and Godspeed. Seems like
That's a pretty weak citation.
I don't know that
Just
Godspeed is
using
helping
a
your
link.
spell.
Yeah, sorry. The Lord does not respect people who go around and worship Satan
So
and the devil.
here's the interesting thing about what they do and what they worship.
All right, let's hear it.
It is actually a pagan religion, and it predates Christianity. And they tell you that. But then in the very next sentence, they say that Satan is the all-powerful being. And it's like, well, I don't know how you have one without the other.
Well,
And it seems like a cover-up.
Yeah.
Let's
just
dive
be like,
into
yeah.
that real quick, though. Whenever you say it's a pagan religion, the roots, like the etymology of the word pagan, refers back to it's essentially the Roman country bumpkin. And just so urban poor folk in Rome and other cities around the ancient Mediterranean, it was the urban poor who converted to Christianity first. It was most appealing to them because Christianity essentially took away this sense of social stratification in the afterlife. So it was very appealing to these urban poor. So the word pagan just refers to like these country poor folk, which makes sense whenever you think about some like old crazy-haired, frizzy-haired woman in a hut in the middle of like rural France or rural Germany.
Quickly, thank you, Circle Jerk 3cc. They claim Trumps love Hitler, who oft, as they say, 6 to 10 million people, while they, Democrats, absolutely admire Mao and Stalin, who combined oft easily over 150 million people. Make it make sense. I can't. Can any of you?
I thought it was 20 million.
I mean, well,
Thank you, Circle Jerk 3cc. But I didn't mean to cut you off, Danny. We do try to read the super chats.
No,
for
I
sure.
think the actual word is like paganus or something, like P-A-G-A. It's like peg and then anus.
How did you stumble
That
across
fits.
this, Danny?
No, the funny thing is we were just talking about like the origins of paganism as like a derogatory term, not derogatory, just like as a classification term from Christians in the early church. And it comes from the Greek word spelled that way.
The Church of Satan is one of the biggest donors to Kamala. Well, we can pull up the etymology here while you guys talk.
Yeah,
Hold on.
but before that, Mihaly and Danny, I think you guys are giving these people too much credit because
No, they're
to
definitely
me-
just room temp IQ, low end of the bell curve.
Oh no! I mean, I think they're LARPers. They aren't the genuine Wiccans or people who actually practice witchcraft.
Danny's
To me,
right, by the way.
everyone
Yeah.
who practices witchcraft is just dumb.
Right. But to me,
Thank you
these
for
are
the
these are just
validation.
to me these are just activists who are just taking the witchcraft aesthetic to serve a more direct political purpose.
And
yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
And this isn't the first time witches have been in the news. Like years ago, there were some witches that are complaining about Trump using the term witchcraft in 2018 when discussing the Mueller probe. And
You're
these-
referencing a link, aren't you?
yeah.
All right, keep going. I'm bringing it up.
And these people are just, again, activists first. And in a way, they're sort of a lot like a modern day Satanists in a way, in that they don't really believe.
Oh my God! Sorry.
And that they don't really practice what they preach, but they're primarily just activists trying to rile up Christians and whatever other political group they don't like.
I had this queued up. I just realized. Is this what this is? Witches fuming over Trump's use of word witch hunt.
Yes.
All right, let's take a quick listen.
They tend not.
Why isn't it playing on the
Brother.
actual show? That's bizarre. Hold on.
Anyway, while he's figuring that out, the ironic thing here is most of these people are just open Satanists, right? But people
I figured it out.
All right, play the video.
No,
first.
finish your thought. Sorry.
No. The only
All
thing
right, I'll
is-
play the video. Okay. No, finish your thought.
For fuck's sake, let me finish the thought. Okay, so basically, these people base all of these spells and stuff around the fact that they are Satanists and they've given their souls to the devil. You can never sell your soul to the devil in the first place, so it's automatically they're just being dumb. These people are just dumb. No matter who you are, like,
Thank you, sir.
What do you mean by that?
well, I mean,
You think you can make a deal with the devil?
You can't.
yeah, no, you can't because the
No,
Lord,
you
the Lord owns your soul.
Can
so,
the Lord make a deal with the devil? Or can he only just kick his ass the fuck out? Poof.
But
See ya.
I'm confused about the whole idea of free will then.
I mean, this gets into like a theological discussion about the concepts of predestination and like whenever you factor in that God is omniscient, do you really have free will whenever knows the outcome at the end of time, where your soul is going to end up. But in the moment, you have free will, and I don't think God
Danny,
being omniscient threatens.
I have a counter to this argument. If I know Jack is going to kill a prostitute and he kills a prostitute, does he still have free will?
Yeah, you didn't make him kill the
Well,
prostitute.
so I solved your conundrum for you right there, didn't I?
No, I was just talking to me. Mihai was asking about free will, and I was like, this is like a theological debate that goes back thousands of years.
Well, we can settle
Well,
it tonight here on
just
Cider
think
House.
That from my standpoint, I think it is possible to try and harness some of the capabilities of the devil and it's the whole idea.
Well, I
of
mean,
possession.
yes, you can harness those capabilities, but they always take something away from you in the end. Like the Lord,
Yeah,
your soul.
That's the whole point.
Okay.
To make a deal.
But it's not like, no, because your soul itself is not the devil's until you are dead. It is the Lord's and the Lord's alone until you die. You predestine yourself with whether you're going to be a sinner your whole life or whether you're going to live in God's grace. And then from there, once you die, the Lord either keeps your soul or now you're Satan's because you fucked up.
Thank you, Lord of the Ree. Hello, world champion. Smash the rumblusty here, John. Use this towards paying someone to answer your DMs. LOL. Oh, sorry, I must be very far. But holy crap, the member chat is hot. That went away quick. He said, got a Halloween-themed cover dropping in a few days. Long Walks music. It's adequate. He is Lord of the Ree's been doing some of the music for the TV show I'm working on. So when that drops, buddy, I will be in the Gilded. I said we're all a little bit busy. I suppose it's worth mentioning. We got a crazy weekend coming up. What's going on here? Who wants to drop the news?
I mean, the Trump campaign and local Trump stuff has been pushing for a rally in State College. And honestly, I think this is the best thing that could have happened to this county. I think we might actually see Trump flip Center County.
That would be incredible. Yeah, Trump is coming to do a rally on Saturday. He is speaking at 4 p.m. at the Bryce Jordan Center. Always makes me crack a smile when I remember that our two major venues are Beaver Stadium and the BJ Center. You've all heard that joke a ton of times, but
yeah. And you guys in the chat, you can if you plan it out, you can probably make it. You can probably see John and the rest of us there.
Oh, thanks, Jack.
No, not me.
Yeah,
I'm not
come
gonna
hunt
be
me
there.
down.
Yeah,
Why not?
follow him home too.
Why not?
Yeah, it's a free event, and the BJC is huge. It can store up to over 15,000 people.
It's going to be a big rally. Trump in State College Saturday at 4. After that, we're going to have a party here at the studio. We're going to live stream the away game.
We're going to watch Penn State clap Wisconsin.
Clap
hopefully.
Wisconsin. A while
I didn't
back
know
here.
this. This is the first I'm hearing this.
Well, I mean, if there's anything anyone could see me get more pissed off about, it is James Franklin not doing what he needs to do. So I guarantee you.
Hey, let's keep this on topic.
What's the
Let's
record?
keep this on
What's the
topic.
I came here to discuss
What's the
witches,
record?
not football. But getting back to
I think they cursed. I think they cursed James
Getting
Franklin.
back to the topic.
All right, so back to the topic.
Yeah, you guys. Okay, yeah, play the video.
Which is fuming over Trump's use of witch hunt. Here we go. Now it's not playing again. Oh, there we go.
They don't fly on broomsticks. They tend not to be bewitched. By Donald Trump.
You know, I call it a witch hunt. And it is a witch hunt.
Modern-day witches are hard to categorize.
Are you a
Fair
good
comment.
witch or a bad witch?
Are you a witch?
I'm a practicing witch. That's how I make my living, yes.
Ooh.
And which kind of witch are you?
I'm initiated into Wicca, which is the
like a male
religious side
cheerleader.
of things.
Witches tend to side with liberals. And you know what they wish President Trump would stop saying about the Mueller investigation?
It's a witch hunt. That's all it is. The witch hunt, as I call it. Russian witch hunt. This is a witch hunt like nobody's ever seen before.
The author of Witchcraft Activism calls the president's use of the term
Really disgraceful. I mean, thousands of people were executed in Europe on suspicion of witchcraft.
Closer to home, there were the Salem witch trials.
I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil.
19 supposed witches were hanged.
There's a lot to be offended by Donald Trump, and I think his use of the term witch hunt is very low on that list of priorities for most witches, but nevertheless,
She doesn't even
it
care.
does demonstrate his ignorance as usual.
The entire thing has been a witch hunt.
But if the president stopped saying witch hunt, he'd have to hunt for a new
Jean
term.
Moose really
Tweeted
decided
someone,
to do the story.
I guess he will have to start referring to it as a wild
I think that's a
goose
man.
chase,
Refer
but
to
then
her
that
as
might
him.
offend geese. The last time witches got mixed up in politics, a losing Tea Party candidate for the Senate had to proclaim,
I'm not a witch.
after having said she dabbled in witchcraft in high school. If there's one demographic President Trump hasn't put a spell on, it's witches. They'd rather put a spell on him.
I'll get you, my pretty.
Even CNN is just making fun of it.
Shinimo, CNN.
And it is a witch hunt.
New York.
Fascinating expose by CNN. Quickly, Lord of the Ree, I know you're busy making memes into dreams, just busting your balls. I know that. No homo. I know that as well. In lust, well, I also know that. $20 is $20, especially in this economy. Thanks, Obama. Thank you, Lord of the Ree. I really will promo your album when you drop it. Just let me know. But so, I mean, a little tongue-in-cheek, a little witch tongue in witch cheek there by CNN.
Yeah, and I'm just a bit confused of why people are choosing to label themselves in such a manner. Like, as Michael, Mihai, and Danny, as you guys have all mentioned, like, there should be nothing appealing with calling yourself a witch, yet we see a ton of people taking up this iconography. And why is that? Like, why is it becoming more popular?
Because predominantly, unfortunately, stupid, dumbass LGBTQ people associate witchcraft with themselves because both groups have been persecuted. So then, you know, it's become this whole
just ups
subcult.
their persecution.
No, it ups the victimhood.
That's what like their status.
Yep, their victimhood status.
I wouldn't necessarily draw that conclusion that is the connection. I would say there is a longing for a connectivity to some higher spiritual being, and people who identify with witchcraft or astrology or weird crystal stuff, they're looking to fill a hole that is in their like persona and their soul, and they're trying to fill what should be Jesus Christ's place in their heart with like superficial earthly spirituality. I mean, I was talking to a friend a few weeks ago specifically about the fact of, for the first time in American history, young men are more likely to be practicing Christians than young women. And I made the mistake of saying like it was like young men are becoming more religious. And the friend corrected me and saying, no, it's not that young men are more religious. Young women are way more spiritual than young men. And so far as like, how many girls do you know, like, oh, you're such an Aquarius. And it's so damn annoying, but it's also the truth.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but
I mean, it ties back to like emotions. They play heavy into the emotions, and then, no offense, women get wrapped up into the emotion, and then boom, now they're part of it. That's why more women join cults. There's a line of thought here.
Interesting.
That can tie actually back to Kamala Harris and why she shouldn't be president. So there's that.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there, Michael. There seems to be this sort of revisionist attitude towards characters or just people or just negative caricatures of women and just trying to reform their image. And you kind of see this in the in our popular media as well, like with you have supervillains like Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy being reformed into being lesbian lovers, like who are misunderstood. You have Cruella de Vil, Maleficent, those Disney villains. Like they get live action movies made after them, showing that people didn't understand or don't know the true story about why they turned out the way they did, etc. And there's another clip that we could watch, and it explores witches as feminist icons.
Are witches feminists, that one?
Yeah.
YouTube video?
Yep.
All right, give me 1 sec here. It's probably going to...
They've emptied the vault.
Let me just let this ad play, because I keep meaning to install ad blocker, and I keep forgetting. All right, here we go.
And somewhat feminist, we have been fighting for the right to be treated correctly.
Witches are what men like Donald Trump are afraid of.
Witches. The word alone immediately conjures up certain images in our minds. But what does it really mean to be a witch today?
I want to know.
Salem, Massachusetts, a place known for trying and executing accused witches, is now affectionately called Witch City. And it seems that a growing number of young women
Yes,
and
it
some
is.
men are being drawn to a brand of witchcraft. And it's
kind of a
political.
shithole.
I use the term witch to describe myself. I usually cite the acronym Woman in Total Control of Herself.
That makes a lot of sense.
Hold on.
Switch.
Hold on.
That makes
Healing
quite a
in
bit of
Salem,
sense.
Massachusetts.
Let me go back to her ridiculous vampire face if I can get the right. Ah! I like to use the acronym Women in Total Control of Herself. Is that an actual woman? I'm really not.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
The last thing you see when you wake up in a 20-foot deep hole in a basement.
That's my sleep paralysis demon.
Michael
right
Jackson? Is that you?
I was about to say that looks like AOC if she was Michael Jackson. This is AOC in 20 years. White was just the right color for her.
Yeah.
So they like it's not even like they find this alternative spirituality and go subscribe to it and follow it. They just take the term witch and let it mean whatever the fuck they want it to mean.
Well, their deity is a woman, and in some regards, there's actually two different sects of Wiccan, and one of which worships only a female deity, and they just refer to her as her or she, like the female, like. And there's also another sect that worships both a man and a female, and they just refer to him like as him and her.
Can I just say something real quick?
So these witches are anti-trans is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, you give it a couple more years, they'll probably catch up with the times. Add another stripe on their flag.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
So, so I was going to I was going through a school last fall, and at this school, you were basically allowed. You were basically allowed to go to whatever church service you wanted on the weekend, right? They would let you off, whatever. So then this group of people, these men, would start going to this like Wicca thing, and they came back, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Because everyone else there went to a Christian service. And then when they ended up coming back, they said, oh, we worship Jesus Christ there too. We worship every deity. How the hell does that work? What does that mean? What do you mean you worship every single god? That makes no sense. You're just being dumb.
No, it makes sense in a non-truly Christian worldview. I mean, this is something that's been happening for years. I mean, you know the story of Muhammad in the Kaaba, where he goes in and smashes all the other idols. I mean, worshiping many deities has been something that humans have been doing for hundreds and thousands, well, not, for thousands of years.
Trillions.
Of course I know that. I was just... Okay, yes. Yeah.
It sounded like you guys were agreeing. Was there a disagreement? Did Jack kill a prostitute that I missed or something?
Yes, he did.
But this is quite a long video. Have we pretty much gotten to the main?
Well, it gets better. It gets better.
All right, hold on. Here we go. This fucking lady. Oh, shit.
I
Brand of
can't.
witchcraft. And it's political.
It's
I
political.
use the term witch to describe myself. I usually cite the acronym Woman in Total Control of Herself. I am the owner of House Witch, Home and
Witch.
Healing in Salem, Massachusetts. I practice witchcraft. I pull tarot cards. I have crystals everywhere. I make shrines.
Do you have to do it?
Talking about.
Do you have to do it on her bed like that, or do you think she'll let you like sit at the living room table once in a while?
Why did she spell house like that?
I meditate,
German house.
but it's sort of a political distinction, and I think it like speaks to my radical feminism.
Both male and female witches are studying the craft under a longtime Salem witch and clairvoyant, Lorelei. You'll notice a significant difference in how the more traditional witches look and practice.
I'm what you call a natural witch.
I couldn't tell.
No, I couldn't either.
Do witches
The thing
believe in
about
facelifts?
The new word feminist, it's a great thing.
Her
but it's
anti-aging
something
spell
we've
isn't
been doing
working
for
very
years.
well.
No.
So we're maybe a little different than the younger
Is that Ron
generation.
Perlman?
We may not be as hardcore.
No,
I
he
still
looks
want
like
a
Chris
gentleman to open
Christie.
the door for me.
That's Chris
From man to
Christie.
man. Maybe you always have
That dog's
romance,
not
The
gonna be
lust,
accent's
there.
killing me
trust,
too.
so motivate. A spell basically is a prayer to the universe.
A spell is
We
a
have
prayer to the
chalices full
universe.
of
This is the
water.
Kennedy
We
girl
have
that got a
candles,
lobotomy.
Something that represents the god, the goddess, just like you pray in church.
After the election, especially, you know, I think what the witch is good for is being a force of
This feels like I'm on that
feminine
Disney
power.
ride. What's it
And
called?
Witches are
The-
what men like Donald Trump.
There's a Disney
Splash
ride
Mountain?
that where you go
No,
into
no,
hell
no.
and never get to leave.
No, the haunted house one when they're in that room in the
Haunted Mansion?
Yeah, the haunted mansion when you're in that room and that lady's
Is
floating.
it the
in
haunted
crystal ball.
HAUS?
Are you talking about the rock and roller coaster?
No, the Hun Mansion. Yeah, he was right. You're in there, and this chick is floating in it's her head in the ball, and she's just floating around. And the same sort of
Space
vibe.
Mountain. Yeah, it's all dark. You can't see anything.
Okay, sure.
Finish your thought, man. I was into it.
No, he ruined it.
Haunted
so.
house mansion, roller coaster mansion, Space Mountain,
Space
Witch
Mountain. You know how many people die a year on Space Mountain?
Is it more than 0?
More than 1.
They average over 1.
They do.
Is that true?
But is it like from like
it's like little
a diab?
kids.
Oh, I was
Little kids,
Well, they
like-
must be on Boeing Space Mountain and not SpaceX Space Mountain.
Was it like
No.
a diabetic person though that like has heart problems?
No, it's like
That-
little kid. They had like when it first opened up, they were having a problem where little kids would like wiggle free from the seat restraints and like get decapitated.
Oh, why am I fucking laughing? Did they have when Space Mountain breaks down? Do they have to send up SpaceX Space Mountain carts to fucking take the kids back? Or, Jesus Christ! Why are we talking about Space Mountain? Why aren't we watching?
Michael was saying something about it.
Okay, it's just the spell she was doing.
There we
She
go.
sounded like, oh God.
Do we have to keep going on? Yeah, let's keep
are
going.
afraid
Let's see
of.
what happens.
So it's
I'm
like
for
this
it.
perfect symbol.
She's baking.
Why did she mention Donald Trump? Why was Donald
Around
Trump?
Erica's store.
Nothing
is
about
full of
Everything's
heaven.
about
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Astrologers,
I can't understand it
masters,
either.
and healers, including Erica's fiance Melissa, who does Salem witch tours with a feminist focus.
Ooh, feminist focus on those witch tours.
This
Oh,
isn't
John,
a
we should get
glamorous
you
coven.
one of
It's
these
youthful-
just for journalistic purposes.
My grandmother was not in a coven. If she would have seen these people, she would have got her shotgun out and shot them.
Will you guys get me a witch sage for my birthday?
light,
They have ones that come
and
to your
trendy.
house.
Is that a Cairo
Though
witcher?
some are embracing the word, the term witch has been used to ignite fear and shame.
They're just that's like a Tibetan singing bowl. They're just pulling random fucking things and just like, this is a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this
Combine
goes back to
all
the
these
point I
different
made
things.
about spirituality earlier. They just think like anything that makes them spiritual.
Ric Flair.
They're just chasing the aesthetic. That's all it is.
You guys know the
Yeah,
name?
no,
Aesthetic.
Jack, I agree with Jack. Like these
I
people
thought it was
who
because his son died.
We should have brought Styx Hexenhammer on to talk
Yeah,
about it.
he is a pagan or like a former Satanist.
I'm
he
fairly sure
he does
he-
know a lot about the occult.
Didn't he just get arrested for domestic abuse or
He's
something?
he's facing charges.
Jack, I don't talk to men that beat women. It's not cool, bro.
Dude, so you don't talk to Doug Emhoff?
Yeah, that story's blowing up.
He's the exception.
I think we've seen enough of the modern Witch of Salem feminist, empowered, and anti-Trump video.
Yeah. I guess in closing, I would say, I think this is a consequence of being unable to say no to women.
Absolutely.
No.
This is what when you don't like keep
let
them
him
in
cook.
line.
Let him finish it.
All right,
Let him finish his thought. Let him-
They need to be told, no, you're not a witch. You're just a bitch.
It wasn't where I thought it was going.
No,
Sorry.
but
Normally-
I can go into more detail.
normally Jack is more intellectual.
I'm
about
never
this.
quite sure when,
Well,
like
let
when
me-
Jack's
well,
going off.
I'm not gonna.
Let me explain. So,
Okay.
All right.
people look at this in the context of power structures, right? Men have been the ones running things, so therefore, anytime a woman did something wrong, you can go, well, actually, is it really the woman's fault, or is it the men's fault for structuring society that way? And that's a totally bullshit way of looking at the world.
Just
and that's
get
how we're
better.
looking at it now.
But even amongst men, there's a structure within themselves. I mean, there's alpha men.
Well, okay.
And then there's Tim Walls.
If
Yeah,
if
exactly.
women all become witches without oversight, what do men all become without a little female tempering?
Chad-based
The greatest
Christian
weekend
men.
ever.
Yeah, Chad-based Christian men.
Macedonian world-conquering armies.
Yep.
No, I think
Yeah, we're taking back Constantinople.
Yes, we are. It needs to be renamed Constantinople. That should be like on the top of the docket for priority.
What do they call it now? Istan witch?
Istanbul. No, seriously.
I was pretty proud of that one.
no, but men without, I think, any kind of accountability turn into coomers that watch Pornhub and sit on Netflix. And
Why'd
I
you look
think-
me in the eyes when you said that?
No, in reality, like we are talking about women without like the male counterbalance. I think a serious cultural problem is also a lack of male structure in society now too.
Oh, I agree.
Holy McAdvertisements. Well, I was gonna say witchcraft might be a little closer to home than you thought.
How many of these witches do you think have a stable relationship with their father?
Probably under.
You mean he?
I don't think they even have fathers. I think they were raised by
with him.
lesbians.
That's where they find it. They find it in him.
So that, like, what do you think the Wiccans that only have the female deity? How do they feel about the ones that dare transgress to also have a male deity?
It's probably like Protestants and Catholics in Northern Ireland.
Do they have fucking Wiccan marches and one wears green and one wears orange and shit?
Yeah.
It's fucking Wiccan civil war going on. But this was a good link from Jack. Tales of Witchcraft, Spells, and no, that's an advertisement. The last time someone was put on trial for witchcraft in Pennsylvania, William Penn was the governor, and the year was 1684. So they're making a comeback. It only took them 320 years. The trial of 2 Delaware County women named Margaret Matson and a Mrs. Jethro Hendrickson, or perhaps Gethro, who knows?
Jethro.
Happened 8 years before the Salem witch trials. I didn't know this. The Salem trials resulted in the execution of 20 people and the arrest of over 100. In Pennsylvania, the outcome was much different. Margaret Matson and her husband, Niels, were Swedish-Finnish, of course.
See, we're just better. We got it right the first time.
Settlers who spoke very little English and lived on a farm near Ridley Creek in Eddystone, Pennsylvania. The land they settled, called New Sweden, how about that, eventually became to be occupied by British settlers. Some of the new settlers claimed that Margaret, a traditional Finnish healer, bewitched their cattle and other animals. They also alleged that livestock gave little milk and that some died because of witchcraft. Holy shit. William Penn oversaw the trial himself in Philadelphia. There is no account of Hendrickson attending the trial, according to author Harry Emerson Wilds. The governor knew what he was doing when he questioned Margaret.
Art thou a witch?
Art thou a witch? She denied that she was. Hast thou ever
Why did you make William Penn?
Fucking this happened?
I think this got to be a fake quote.
She reported to be confused by the question. Well, said Penn, I know of no law against it. She was found guilty of having the reputation of a witch, but not guilty of bewitching animals. Wow, wild. A large fine was charged to her, but the sum was to be returned if she acted in good behavior.
I was going to say, this sounds like exactly what Pennsylvania was founded on, though.
Yeah, no.
Which is just like religious tolerance.
Quakers being Quakers.
Yeah. I'm just reading this, and I'm just reliving the days of middle school when we would read the Crucible. And we would read it aloud in class.
You know why the Salem witch trials got so bad and they killed 20 people?
Why?
Because it was the governor's wife who bestowed it upon herself to make it like her cause, as like the same way a first lady always has like I'm gonna stop making kids fat, or I'm gonna stop online bullying. Hilariously was Melania Trump's. It's she that was her cause. She was gonna stop the witchcraft.
Who was what governor?
I forget his name. It was the governor of Massachusetts at the time.
Yeah.
But they had to save face every time they killed someone. They had to be like, well, no, it is real because like this person's also a witch. So they just kept going on while like the actual people in the town were like, please stop killing us.
Yeah. So Mihaly, what you're saying is that Trump is correct in calling the lawfare against him witch hunts. Because
essentially, yeah.
That's essentially what was going on.
Overreach.
It was just lawfare against people the ruling class didn't like.
Let's put ourselves in a thought experiment here. The year is 1684. And some local hoe from Penn State, probably on the dance team, one of the overweight ones, or is it the other way around? I can't remember.
No,
cheerleaders. One of the fatto cheerleaders. I shouldn't say this shit. One of the cheerleaders who is beautiful in her own eyes. Begins all the Nittany lion starts to act bewitchy. She's bewitched an animal. What do we do? Do you think if you lived in that time, would you have bought this shit, or would you have been like, this shit ain't real?
Yeah, I would have bought it, dude.
Zero hesitation.
None of us would have ever even read a book in our life.
Well, I mean,
speak for yourself.
If she's fat then, at that time she's already bewitched. So there's.
You were like the fat body means fat witchiness or something.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. What about you, Jack? You'd just kill her if she was a prostitute.
Jack, yeah, no, she was definitely a witch. Yeah.
Do you think?
I'm a firm believer of innocent until proven guilty. So show compelling evidence.
Stop this revisionist history. Put yourself in their shoes.
Well, what I would have done is
Can't look at it through today's lens.
I think a lot of people.
We would be
say
spending
that.
all
Let me ask
day,
you
every
this,
day,
okay?
plowing the same fields, the same life.
a witch-
have no idea, and all of a sudden our animals die. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it was a fucking witch.
What I was gonna say is a witch. We know a witch burns, and that we know wood burns, and we know wood floats. So what else floats? Is anyone getting this reference at all? Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I'd put her on a scale, and I'd put a duck on the other side of the scale, and whichever one, if she was heavier than the duck, or wait, the same as.
Is
the
that a
duck.
fake nose on her?
Danny, we didn't get your take.
No,
You-
I don't. I genuinely don't know. Like, I see what Miha's saying, but I'm really bad at this particular thought experiment because of that like whole dilemma of.
We all like to think we'd be Ben Franklin, but we'd be some nobody in a field somewhere, probably dead.
No, I'm not referring to
That
that. I
mentality
mean just
you
like
would be.
belief. I just mean like in belief.
Very
Like,
small
what
rocks.
belief would we hold back then?
I think I probably would have been the witch on trial, like the judge.
And honestly, John, I
Or
can safely say I would be the one that would be putting you on trial. If I was back then, I would be openly be one of those people.
Yeah, I believe it. What do you think, chat? It's always a little behind. Let's give them a few minutes to. They all got it. See, we're all old ass motherfuckers here in the chat. Have you guys really not seen Monty Python?
I've seen it.
No, I've seen. That's one of the best movies. of
You're
all
telling
time.
me you don't have every scene from that movie right at hand in your working memory to quote from on a moment's
The one
notice?
I use the most is the Black Knight.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty fucking good one. I'll
Yeah.
give you that. Lord of the Rings. She turned me into a newt, but I got better. That's fucking.
I enjoy Life of Brian. That one guy that says that he's actually a woman.
Oh, Life
And
of Brian is pretty good, honestly. All right, so we got long hair square. I'm going to try to read some of the people that won't automatically pop up. Apples, bread, churches, very small rocks, a duck. There you go. It's a bloody rabbit. It's all Monty Python quotes right now.
I fart in your general direction.
Yep, there's one. That's from the castle. Oh man, the cat is my ring. This cat. Oh, that's a this cat. She turned me into a newt. Says Ishmael. Medieval Mike is just hard emming, and then Skunk 12. Welcome back. This is but a flesh wound. That's the scene you're talking about, right, Michael?
Yep, best scene in the movie. Easy.
So wow, there was a witchcraft trial in Pennsylvania presided over by none other than William Penn himself. If you don't know, Pennsylvania. Sylvania means woods. It's Penn's Woods. Is that correct? Am I just blowing that out of my ass?
No, it's correct.
All right, what's the next link, Jack? Jack's
see.
links.
Well, I think we move on to another topic.
No.
That's everything, right?
No, we got 15 minutes of witching left to go.
So when I was talking about popular culture,
Wicked?
There's going to be a Wicked live action movie. For those of you who don't know, Wicked
Wait, is this actually where we're pivoting right now?
Well,
no, we're still doing witches.
Yeah, well, yeah. Wicked, for those of you who don't know, is a sort of, like alternate look of the Wizard of Oz, where actually the witch is the Wicked Witch of the West is actually misunderstood, and I think this is like a good example of what I was saying before of how like this revisionism we see of making bad female characters actually misunderstood heroic characters is actually just a result of not telling women no.
So we real quick, we believe in Mo Juste on this show, the exact right word. What is the word for what they're doing? Because I know what you're talking about. There's got to be a word for it.
Isn't it kind of associated with also like you see in Marvel movies, the rise of like moral gray zones that are like portrayed in a more like protagonist way?
Well, like is retconning? Is that kind of?
That would be you'll be correct in that sense, but like
inversion.
Yeah, like Danny, you saw.
What I'm really hoping, Jack,
like
is we get to invent this word right now.
I like conversion.
No, and it is an inversion of morals.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Yes.
The root cause of all of this
Inversion.
is down is up is
Matthew
down.
Rice gets credit for that.
Yeah.
As above, so bewitch.
Yeah, but
that is a good As Above, So Below is a good movie.
Highly witches in it, but it's not. We're not talking about it right now.
But to go to address what Danny was saying, like you saw Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you remember the Flag Smashers, right? How they were they were painted in a sympathetic light, despite them just being unsympathetic terrorists.
I would use Deadpool as a better example of
Deadpool,
moral gray zoning.
I would actually use Loki as the
Star
top tier.
Why Star Wars?
The Empire is the good guys.
I do hear compelling arguments. for
band
that,
of terrorists come up and blow
Okay,
up a
but
whole
like
city.
I kind of agree.
I mean,
You're a fucking plumber on the desk.
Yeah.
The fucking family had to move there with you.
Well, no,
but also think about the first, the prequel trilogy. I mean, I hear compelling arguments all the time that the separatists were the good guys that just didn't want to pay high taxes.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I
I
hear
mean,
that all the time.
no, the whole Star Wars thing, like the original movies, George Lucas based the rebellion on the literal Viet Cong. So there's always been kind of an inversion of morals, and I love Star Wars, but Star Wars from its root has always kind of been the inversion of morals. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
But it also necessarily isn't. I mean, it's the character arc of Luke Skywalker who still navigated moral clarity.
Palpatine didn't do anything other than politic, and then all of a sudden a black guy showed up and tried to kill him.
Yeah,
he's the bad guy.
Quickly, Lord of the Rings. Anyone else notice the Wicked Witch's nose? The Wizard of Oz was made by some of the hardest M's in history. Oy vey, shut it down.
Wasn't the Wizard of Oz written as an allegory to like the gold standard?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Are you retconning?
No, I think.
Well, it's not retconning if you apply your interpretation and try to make a justification over it.
Skunk
Using
12, don't
text.
say that. Andor is still going.
But
Star Wars is still
what
good
I was
in
saying
some areas.
though about I don't think Star Wars like OG Star Wars isn't necessarily an inversion of morals. I mean, Luke Skywalker still navigated a fatherless life to still be a protagonist that works in.
He actually had a father figure, his
so
uncle and aunt.
But still, like a fatherless child who grew up with like in a rural community. I mean,
it's basically hillbilly elegy.
Yeah, it's hillbilly elegy.
J.D.
in a
Vance.
galaxy far, far away.
J.D. Vance is Luke Skywalker now.
Fucking great, man. That is great. Since we have it here, and since we're not too far from the 1 hour break, I want to read this link. Cynthia Erivo, however you say her name's Wicked, poster controversy.
Can I
Explain.
speak to this after you read it? Because I have a.
Yeah, was there a reason you couldn't fucking just wait and then speak?
Yeah, let's explain the context.
Can I see the poster?
Well, I'm assuming it's.
Yeah, you just keep saying this on.
A Wicked movie poster was edited by a fan to resemble the original Broadway musical image by lowering the Wicked Witch's hat to cover her eyes, which offended Cynthia Erivo and inspired a meme.
You have to, just exit that out. So her hat is down. You can't see her eyes. Take note of that.
Okay.
And when you go down, you'll see the original. Eventually.
Holy McAds. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, see, there it is. There's the original on the left. There's the one on the right.
I see what they edited. Wait, so the witch...
Oh, no. It hasn't been edited yet. That's the one on the right is the original. The one on the left, if you keep going down, it gets edited so you don't see her eyes. See that on the right?
The one on the right looks more accurate to the original.
Yeah, and that was the intention. But the actress whose eyes are being covered, she said that was deeply offensive.
That's not why she said it was offensive.
Why did
she said it was offensive? Because her skin color. That was the whole
She's green.
Well, that's why I hate. That's why I wanted to talk. That's why I wanted to talk. That's why I wanted to talk to this story because the story is just dumb.
Michael, are you speaking truth to power?
Yeah,
right now?
absolutely. This story is absolutely idiotic. This woman comes on here. They hire her specifically to play this. So of course somebody's gonna make a butthurt comment about she's a different color when she's black, and there's this whole thing in Hollywood about it now these days. So why would you even hire someone to play the witch of that skin color in the first place?
She's fucking green in the left one. What's her deal?
Well,
I seriously don't understand.
No, her deal is that she's black, and she's had a history of this too, by the way. In every movie she's been in, she's always brought up some sort of controversy. This woman never should have been hired to be in this movie. A, she's not a good enough actress. B, she doesn't have the profile. And C, she gets herself into trouble in every movie like Joaquin Phoenix does. She's not a good actress. She shouldn't have been hired. But then also the politics of this is just
here's her
stupid.
actual quote here. This is the wildest, most offensive thing I have seen. This is the most offensive thing she has seen. Equal to that equal to that awful AI of us fighting. Our poster is an homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me.
It's to erase you, but it's still keeping you in the image. Yeah, got it.
What I find funny is that, like, she's not of an ethnic group that gets picked on for their eyes.
Well, I mean, and the other part of this is too that is good marketing. That other poster
There's an
looks
AI
like.
video. Hold on, I want to see if I can pull this up.
Oh, jeez, there's an actual video of what
Her and Ariana Grande fighting. Oh, look.
I'm fucking mad about this stupid shit. Holy crap. Wait, that's Ariana Grande?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does look pretty Ariana. I'll give her that. Less Grande, more Aryan.
She,
the original.
Yeah, but that's the intention, is to make the pretty traditional white-looking people the bad guys, and the people that are more ugly the good guys.
Yep.
It's just revisionism, just straight revisionism.
Do we have a good chat in there somewhere? Or is it something you can even read? Circle Jerk, what happened?
I know this joke.
Brother.
I know this joke.
Brother.
All right. Do we have any more witch shit we want to talk to before we take a quick break, and then we'll be back with the second hour?
I'm just waiting for Jack to cut all the crap and tell us about the good stuff. I want to hear about sex spells.
Jack, what kind of sex spells you got? When you kill a prostitute,
I'm just
Jack.
going to say this. The witches need to cast a spell on themselves to do a flip. I'll just say that.
Do a kick flip. Do a witch flip.
Preferably on a high building.
All right, final thought is, have any of you ever been cursed by a witch? Or any of you currently dealing with witch spells?
All
I don't
the time.
think so.
All the time.
They keep trying to do it to me. Just bounce like I'm rubber, they're glue. That's my spell. I'm rubber, I wave my fucking Patronum. Expecto, bitch, whatever, fucking, I don't know. But the
John,
point is,
all you would have to do is take like a spray bottle and go up and spray them like a cat.
Like with holy water or something?
Honestly, yes. I just go, may the power of Christ compel you. And then, you know.
Fucking William Friedkin their asses.
Yes. I'm not going to do it, but great movie.
I had someone tell me once that their mother puts what they called Hungarian curses on people.
Ooh, is there a lot of Hungarian witchcraft?
That would make sense. Eastern Europe.
Not that I know of. There's a lot of gypsies in the area, but
no, go ahead.
I was just good luck. I mean, I don't think that works on a Hungarian though.
No, I mean, like historically, it would make sense though. Like just that region of Europe to have a lot of like pagan witchcraft.
No, yeah, definitely. I think the gypsies do some weird stuff to this day.
Well, Mihai, expand.
All I can think of with the gypsies is Hunchback in Notre Dame.
Yeah, Mihai, expand on the curses, the Hungarian curses. Like, what happens? Is it like a Stephen King type of curse where, like in The Thinning, where a fat guy gets gradually thinner?
I wish that would happen to the Penn State cheerleaders.
There was no explanation other than it ruins their life. So,
okay.
Oh, okay.
I guess maybe that's why I'm
vague.
here right now, but.
Harmless aunt on video says she undone 108 coconuts to help her win.
Oh,
some big
she's
race.
got a witchy aunt.
Sounds witchy to me.
All right, well, I think I might be in the same boat as Trump, but for different reasons. I seem to be mostly immune to spells, but I think, like, you know, I can't really find a lot of places that my life can get much worse than it currently is. So, like, you know, maybe the reason it's started to get good lately is some sort of inverse witch effect. But by all means, all you witches out there, you are more than welcome to curse me, John Ward.
I've known of girls that use voodoo dolls. You ever had that happen to you, John?
Oh!
Are you speaking from
Yes,
like
just
experience
now.
in high school, like with?
Not me personally. No. At
Did
least
it
not
work?
that I know of. It could explain a couple things though.
I once did a Ouija board and I possessed a spirit.
That is so
I took
stupid.
control of the spirit.
Well, I've told you
Said it
about
the other
my-
way around,
my
and then
Ouija
I was
board
like,
experience.
"Fucking what?" You know.
John.
It got all scared and shit.
Yeah.
John doesn't like to suspend belief in any sort
Apparently,
of way.
the Reddit witches are mad because Styx cast a protective barrier around Trump and their curses don't work. It's also why retardy Oswald missed and all the court cases are falling apart.
Well, there was a long time, a while back, when we first booted up about 2 years ago, me and the Deacon Mojack on the mezzanine, who, by the way, is still around, but it's now bear hunting season, so he's missing the Trump rally, I shit you not.
Brother.
Because he wants to hunt bear. So that's why the Deacon has not been around.
Only so many tags, man.
But we cast a little reverse spell back there. We've become aware of all this negative karma, or whatever you want to call it, that the left tries to dump on us. I don't know if you guys have heard this, but the globalists supposedly have this MO or theory or witchcraft shit where if they tell you what they're going to do ahead of time, then you get all the negative karma for it. So if they're like, the fucking COVID thing is whatever, then now it's your fault for taking the shot, not theirs. And so what we did back then was, no, that's not how it works. It takes two people to have an agreement, right? You got to sign the goddamn contract with the devil. Devil can't just come steal your fucking soul without you being involved. So we said we reject anything we haven't explicitly agreed to from now until the beginning of time for however long you retards have been doing this, and all of that is now back on you. Maybe it was us.
Yeah, it sounds
Maybe
like
it was our denial of their shenanigans that returned suppository style all of their witchcraft.
Did you have any snakes in the room when you did it?
There might have been a snake in there. I don't know. There was a cat probably.
Yeah.
There might have even been a black cat.
It sounds a lot like when
snakes.
Go ahead, Jack.
Oh, it sounds a lot like when the MSM spouts bullshit, and then after it's after it's revealed to be false, they just say, "Well, we didn't know." Like the Hunter laptop story is a good example. They say it was Russian propaganda with zero evidence.
I don't know that it really affects anyone, but yeah, I think it might fuck with them when you say, "Hey, wait a minute. Any spell previously in the past or any time in the future that I am not sitting there agreeing to, will come back on fucking you guys." And suck it. Enjoy it.
Or you just go ahead with your life because it doesn't matter anyway.
That's also a reasonable way
I
to
feel like
approach this.
I feel like if the witches spells whatever the hell is all just a placebo effect. If you think it's going to affect you, it's going to affect you.
How confident are you in that answer?
100%.
Because we're about to witch your ass.
Let's test it out.
Okay, come on.
Let's test it out. Let's get a witch in here.
All right, are there any witches in the chat?
For science,
Well,
let's film it.
to address circle
See what
to
they
address
got.
to address circle jerk, Linda should be our witch. She should be our curse. She should be cursing people on our.
If I was a witch, probably one of the last people I'd want to run into is Linda.
But also, but hold up. Also, at the same time, it's like, why were you playing with a Ouija board? Don't put yourself in that position anyway.
Why did I play with a thing made by a Chinese slave for the company Mattel? I
Yep.
don't know. I was bored.
That's a stupid answer.
It had a piece of paper glued to a piece of cardboard. Somebody printed some letters on it and shit, and the words yes and no, and a little plastic, whatever that's called, with a little plastic hole so you can see which letter that you and your fucking friends are purposefully pushing it over. And yeah, I was like, I'll take it for a spin. Doesn't bother me.
I bet I could get it to work.
No.
Well, I have one. You want me to bring it in here? You want a Ouija? We should have
I
Ouija
told you
it
we've
up.
had this conversation before.
I will actually
They're
leave.
too smart.
Mihai is
They
afraid
can
of-
also see cameras.
I will also leave.
Mihai-
If they bring that in, I will leave.
Mihai
You're the
and
one that
I.
said you were 100% confident.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you openly put yourself out there, and it's the same.
So
sort of
that's
thing,
not
like
what
that's-
100%
That's
confident.
99%
Yeah,
is
that's
what
like
that
that
is.
sounds
What
like
I am 100% confident
84% maybe even.
Okay,
Is
fine.
that
You
as a
went
Christian,
99.
I'm not supposed to
99.
talk.
Yeah. Michael, you'll leave and we'll have the ghost tell us things about you that you don't want to know.
There you go.
No.
This is Mihai. Do you want to tell your true ghost experience, or you want to keep that close to the chest for a
Which
little?
Yes,
one?
I did. I agree with
Anyone
I
you
did,
want.
or it did. I agree with you.
Yes. Same.
We got enough time here. We got 1 minute till 7, so we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. I'll throw up probably not even 5 minutes, but we'll take a break and then pivot topics here. So don't go anywhere. But you got a good ghost story.
I got a couple, man. I mean, which one did you want?
I mean, I'm starting to lose interest because you're not.
All right, so I'm just going
to
to go straight to the best one since we're limited on time here. All right, it was 3 or 4 years ago now. My ex-girlfriend called me. I was at a friend's birthday party. I was staying at my place. It was like the middle of the night. She called me. Come over. Someone, like, I don't know. She was like, I think there might be someone in the house, but I don't think so. It's just, I'm scared. It's kind of a stormy night. Like, can you just come over? I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. I came over. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal at the time. I do remember getting there, like, it was a windy night, like, there was a lot of branches hitting the house. Like, all right, this could be these noises. I walk in the house, and the first thing I noticed, like, it was a very distinct, like, knock on wood. I was like, whoa. That's kind of weird. Let's find her. I go upstairs, and, like, she's huddled in the bathroom holding a shotgun. At that point, I slowly grab the shotgun.
Yeah, I'm
All
sorry,
right.
what?
Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. You ever seen the movie The Strangers?
I thought your ghost story was going to be that you
Strangers?
became
No.
a ghost for a second. With Naomi, what's her name?
I forget it.
No, Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, I think it is her. But their one friend comes and gets shot because they're hiding in the closet. I was like, don't do that to me. All right. So I grab the shotgun. At that point, I'm like, this seems kind of real. I'm going to go look throughout the house and make sure there's nobody here. I do that. I'm looking through the house, holding the gun, doing my thing, clearing, checking corners, treating it real serious. Like,
Appropriate SWAT tactics.
Yeah. No, kicked in the door. And finally, I didn't find anybody, though. But the whole time I was there, it was like every 15 minutes I would hear another knock on wood. And then like from 15 minutes, it would go to every 10 minutes. And then from every 10 minutes to every 5 minutes. We're sitting downstairs watching TV. And we're just kind of like, at one point I did ask her, I was like, do you hear these knocks? Because like nothing had been said about them at that point. She's like, just don't talk about them. I was like, all right.
Okay.
We continue watching something. Like finally, like let's just go to bed. It's really late anyways. We went to bed, and as we're laying in bed, the knocks went from every 5 minutes to every 2 minutes to every minute to like. At that moment, there's an old farm door. Like her house was built in the 1800s, and the door is like on a latch, so the door starts shaking really fast. And all of a sudden, just burst open, slams into the wall. At that point, I stand up. I'm like the girl from Scooby-Doo. I'm trying to reach for my glasses, grab my glasses, like trying to hold on to her. This pissed me off. She kept saying I was trying to push her towards the door. That is not true. I want that to be on the record. I did not do that. I was looking for my glasses and also trying to hold her at the same time. All right. That was what happened.
Okay.
So if she ever tells you the story, she's lying. And then we got the hell out of the house. But that was it. I mean, I later found out that there was a girl who had the same name as her, like my ex-girlfriend. That was the daughter of the guy who built the house, who died when she was really young.
What?
Yeah.
You see, I have a ghost story, but it was all a hoax. Like it was, a hoax. Like,
It's all bullshit.
I actually,
I
have several myself in real life.
Danny, hit it.
I was working.
Ghost us.
I was working at summer camp whenever I was in Boy Scouts, and it was just like 1 a.m, and we're all just sitting in like the staff cabin, and I'm cranking out my summer school work, and then there's other people there, and it turned out to be an elaborate prank. But we went to like the director's cabin, and somebody was like, "Bro, like." There is something paranormal going on with the lights right now. And like, it's a Boy Scout camp. There's always like.
Were you hearing like noises?
Well, it was more like a light problem. Like
But it was Boy Scouts?
Brother.
You were hoping it was a ghost, weren't you?
Yeah, so you can make money off it. Be the first guy that ever saw a ghost. Yeah.
But there's like, we have what's called the Legends of Spook Hollow in Du Bois. It's just like in Penfield, right up the road from Du Bois on the $1 Million Highway. And it's like you've got Hatchet Hands, which is just like it's so cringe. And then you've got like the Red-Eyed Wolf, and then you've got stories about a prom where somebody got hung at the prom and this and that. So like, yeah, there's ghost stories around camp all the time. But we're standing there on the director cabin porch, and we're like getting psyched out by the lights, like responding kind of in like a like a Morse code sort of way, and it's just really spooky. And like turns out somebody was all the way at the like maintenance shed just fucking with us, flicking the lights on and off and the director just has his walkie-talkie pressed so he can hear us talking. And so they're just messing with us. But it was like, for a split second, I was just like questioning everything about life. I'm like, no way in hell is there like, and yeah. But
It's like that the end of that one episode of SpongeBob with
I was gonna say it.
just flicking off the lights over and over again.
I was
Well, now I know I can fuck with all of you and get away with it. So there's going to be a lot of witchcraft around here.
at my camp up in Cinnamahoning, that area. My grandfather used to, like, him and his brother built that, and after he died, there every single night you'll just hear walking back and forth in the kitchen area. Sounds.
That is also me.
No.
I'm everywhere.
It is either mice or him. I tend to believe it's him, because the mice all end up dying.
Chat. If you have any good ghost stories, throw them up there. I think what I'm going to do this time for this less than 5-minute break, so we're past an hour here. We can go as long as we want, but we're going to take our customary 1-hour short break. We're trying to make it shorter and shorter. I think I will leave the chat up. I'm going to turn our microphones off. You guys can be as insane as you want to be. Maybe you can tell each other some ghost stories, whatever you want, but don't go anywhere. We will be back for another hour roughly as soon as my mouse went to sleep because I was so into that story. There we go. It's back. So let's give you, instead of this jungle music, some sort of, ooh, man. Not sure which song.
Killer Whale.
You can enjoy some Killer Whale on loop. We will be back in like 2 to 3 minutes. Now is our get rid of all the beer you just drank, etc. We'll see you in a bit. Don't go anywhere.
In dark spaces, looking for racists. Okay, now places, ladies, safety first and wait for my cadence. Okay, patience may be away from me, but crank a bad angle. These are the agents of hate and the pain, and we're gonna rape them. I smell a maggot hat. Nowhere is this faggot dad. I'm a stab his fascist ass in the back with the hatchet. Legendary, national. I stayed outside too long. I got too cold. I froze. I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail, kneel to the white whale. Whale solo. I stayed outside too long. I got too cold. I froze. I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail, kneel to the white whale. I stayed outside too long. I got too cold. I froze. I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail, kneel to the white whale. I stayed outside too long. I got too cold. I froze. I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail, kneel to the white whale. I stayed outside too long. I got too cold. I froze. I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail, kneel to the white whale. Nationalistic, legendary, legendary, nationalistic, nationalistic, legendary, legendary, nationalist. I stayed outside too long. I got too cold. I froze. I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail, kneel to the white whale. Hiding in dark spaces, looking for racists. Okay, now places, ladies, safety first and wait for my cadence. Okay, patience may be away from me, but crank a bad angle. These are the agents of hate and the pain, and we're gonna rape them. I smell a maggot hat. Nowhere is this faggot dad. I'm gonna stab his fascist ass in the back with the hatchet. Legendary, legendary, national. I stayed outside too long. I got too cold. I froze. whale solo. I stayed outside too long, I got too cold, I froze, I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail Neil to the white whale. I stayed outside too long, I got too cold, I froze, I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail Neil to the white whale. I stayed outside too long, I got too cold, I froze, I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail Neil to the white whale. I stayed outside too long, I got too cold, I froze, I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail Neil to the white whale. Nationalistic, legendary, legendary. Nationalistic, nationalistic, legendary, legendary. Nationalist. I stayed outside too long, I got too cold, I froze, I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail Neil to the white whale. Hiding in dark spaces, looking for racists. Okay, now places, ladies, safety first and wait for my cadence. Okay, patience may be away from me, but crank a padding. Look, these are the agents of hate and the pain, and we're gonna rape them. I smell a maggot hat. No, where is this faggot dad? I'ma stab his fascist ass in the back with the hatchet. Legendary, legendary, national. I stayed outside too long, I got too cold, I froze, I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail Neil to the white whale. Whale solo. nationalistic, legendary, legendary, nationalistic, legendary, legendary, nationalist. Well, I stayed outside too long, I got too cold, I froze, I became a whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer, whale killer. All hail Neil to the white whale.
Coming back in a second. I'll get your other microphones up. We're just waiting for...
Okay, now places, lady, safety first and wait for my cadence. Okay, patience maybe wait for me, but crank a pen and get these other
I stand corrected. We're going to come back now. Danny's going to join us whenever he's done doing whatever serious things he has to do. All right, let me bring the rest of you guys back up.
Can you cut to his camera? Yeah, you see him in the background. There he is.
There he is, making his calls. Jack's feeling it. Michael's feeling it. More Killer Whale is what I'm hearing. We'll play some more Killer Whale. We've got another hour coming for you. Oh man, I'm not even sure if this is the right audio, but I think it is. No, that's not this one. There we go. Killer Whale, you're a fan, huh, Michael?
Hell yeah. That one's good.
It's a good song. I got to make a video for that one. Hour 2, we're going to start off with Jack. You had a wild
Wait,
experience.
hold up. That Killer Whale part right there kind of sounds like Kamala's laugh. It should just be Kamala the whole time.
Just cackling?
Yes, just cackling. Just a cackling Kamala animation on loop.
But yeah, John, I had a crazy week.
Yeah, tell us about it.
So it started off with Vivek giving a guest speech at State College to around 300, 400 people. And at the end, he took questions briefly. Michael and I asked questions, though.
Yep.
Though I was the only one that got featured, got a shout out by him. And I posted a tweet that he posted.
That's because I wasn't looking to get reposted. Your question was made to get repost clicks.
I did have that mentality.
Yes, you did have that mentality. That's why you wrote it. I saw you writing it as we were waiting. I can come up with a question off the spot. You were writing it there. You were going like, bro, it's just Vivek.
No, go up. Just go to Vivek.
What?
This guy's later.
Yeah, so it's earlier on, right?
No. This was a while.
This is the top. This is your newest shit first. We'll get to that story in a second.
But in all seriousness, Jack's question was good. In all seriousness, it was a very good question.
How far down here, Jack? You tweet a lot, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
I do too.
Check your Google Doc.
Come on.
Oh, you sent me the link?
Yeah.
Oh,
hold on.
It's the first one. Jack meets Vivek.
Yeah. To be.
Oh shit! Right there.
To be like Jack. I mean John. To be. Jeez. To be like good on X, you have to be constantly on there. Like we're on there constantly tweeting. Yeah. By the way, you don't like my shit. I like your shit.
I don't see you on my feed. That's the reason why.
This was pretty good. Hello, Linda. Hello, Goys. Hello, Boy Goys. Boy Goys that are also her toys. Watch out for her, the moderator. She'll get you. She'll put some witchy shit on you. Just kidding. Just kidding. Vivek. Or wait, how do you actually say it? Vivek? Vivek. This student has got over 100 signatures on a petition to ban dihydrogen monoxide, which is also known as water. 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen. That's called H2O. He was pulling a prank, but that's only slightly less absurd than the climate cult's actual beliefs. Here you go. Your boy Jack Kentner got a Vivek retweet.
Hi, Vivek. As someone who has come across brainwashed leftists on campus, one of the moments my friends and I have seen them the most brainwashed is when it comes to climate change. Last year, around this time, we set up a table on campus, dressed up as Captain Planet, encouraging students to sign a petition banning dihydrogen monoxide, better known as water, to combat climate change. On its face, it sounds like a waste of time, but we ended up getting over 100 signatures to ban water. As someone who views himself as a conservationist, how do we get people to stop using climate change as a buzzword and start having serious conversations on how to address serious environmental disasters that everyday Americans face?
Yeah, well, that was clever. I'm tempted to go down a rabbit hole here that I don't want to go too deep into. I actually do talk about this in the book.
That's crazy.
That's actually less crazy than much of the climate change advocacy because Carbon dioxide as a percentage of the atmosphere is like 0.04%. And we're actually at the lowest, almost lowest, one of the lowest amounts of carbon dioxide as a percentage of the global atmosphere than we've ever been in the history of the Earth. And most of the times when you had a higher percentage of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, you actually had ice ages. So this idea, and by the way, in the 1970s, that's what they were worried about. So guys, look this up back when,
they
there
called
was
it
these
global
things
cooling.
in America that used to be called magazines. They were printed and they were paper and they would come to your house every week. So Newsweek would come once a week, Time Magazine would come once a week. Cover of Time Magazine and Newsweek was Ice Planet. Yet, this young man remembers that. You're in elementary school.
I have
so
a cover
you're around
of
for the age of
National
magazines.
Geographic
But
from way
literally,
back.
this is
It's
a big
the
deal.
greatest
Cover
vector of
magazine
global
of
cooling,
Time
question
and
mark.
Newsweek is that there's a global ice age coming unless we stop burning CO2. So this is what they said. This is not that long ago. Okay, it's like 50 years ago. And then they said, wait a minute. Actually, we're not entering an ice age. Maybe it's the opposite problem. Maybe we're just overwarming the planet. So let me just, jokes aside, let's just break this question down. Hard facts, hard truths. Are global surface temperatures going up? Contrary to what the scientists in the 1970s predicted if we said we'd have a global ice age. No, they were actually wrong. Global surface temperatures are going up by a little bit. Is that directly due to man-made activity of some kind? I think the correlation is strong enough that the answer to that is probably. Is that directly due to carbon dioxide? Far from certain. Actually, to the contrary, you could have reasons to believe it was other gases, maybe even gaseous H2O, funny enough, as to bring that full circle, or other forces in the atmosphere that we don't recognize. But the most important question that nobody asks, and this one is, it frustrates a lot of climate activists when I mention this, but it is the question we ought to ask, is, do we have any evidence to suggest that that small increase in global surface temperatures, even if it is man-made, is at all a bad thing on net for humanity? It's actually an interesting question because there's actually some strong arguments to be made that this is a positive thing for humanity. 8 times as many people die of cold temperatures rather than warm ones, and yet we're setting a global policy agenda to make sure that we have cooler temperatures when 8 times as many people die of cold temperatures. Another interesting fact, the Earth is more covered by green surface area today than it was a century ago because carbon dioxide is plant food. It's actually an intake for plants, and plants tend to grow in slightly warmer global surface temperatures. So you could go straight down the list in a lot of ways where the effects of this kind of climate change has some positive effects and arguably even net positive effects for humanity, which is why it makes no sense to go out of our way to destroy access to abundant, plentiful, cheap energy, which is the best
It's
way
Danny
to
in the
prevent all
bathroom.
temperature-related deaths. Like you, I am a conservationist. I believe in clean air and clean water. I believe in preserving the beautiful country of the United States of America,
Hey, John, real
including
quick.
in our national
Yeah.
parks.
And
it's a shame because
two
that
things.
environmental
Two things. First off, to the chat, I was up there asking the question too. Everyone looks stupid when they're up there because we don't know what to do after we ask the question. We just stand there and look like dumbasses.
Yeah, I
while it
wasn't even
gives a
sure that was,
response.
I didn't even know that was really being recorded.
Yeah, no, we just stand there like I was like this too. Like, you just look like a dumbass. And then the second thing is, Vivek missed a real opportunity to, I think, actually get to the root of what this petition was, which is people are largely just stupid. Like, the fact that people did not even read into that enough, ask, like, a baseline question, what is this, to get to that layer, I think that's where his response should have come from.
Yeah.
Now, that makes this response no less true. Like, this is a genuine, good response, but, like, people are just stupid.
Yeah, and to be clear, so Dan, I did this last year, back when I was president of the local YAF chapter here at Penn State. Danny was around then. He saw me do this. Like he's my witness, and I just got a shit ton of signatures of people just wanting to ban water. And like this is not bullshit. I'm not lying. I'm not making this up.
I believe it.
And I didn't even really come up with this concept. I saw that Penn and Teller did this. I'm just like, well, there's no rule saying that no one else can can do it.
Sure.
So
That's what Carlos Mencia said.
I don't want to cut anybody off here, but Rumble has officially shit the bed and it has frozen up OBS. I see all your new chats coming in on OBS, but everything else I lost control over, including switching scenes. So what we're gonna do is reboot OBS really quick. You'll probably see a dead space in your stream, but as soon as I get it back up, this has happened before. I'm pretty much done with Rumble at this point, especially if it's taking everything
Move to
off.
Kick. You got to move to Kick.
Yeah, so we're going to force quit this. You're going to probably have a little bit of an interruption, but I've gotten fairly decent at booting it back up quickly. You might get blasted with some songs as I boot it back up. So give me like 2 seconds. We'll bring the stream back up so I can control the scenes. We will start all. All right, everybody other than Rumble should be back up. Sorry about the weirdness of that. Let's give it a second here for the chats to come back in and confirm that we are still good. And let me get all of our fun things back up. There we go. There we go.
I have some breaking news real quick, by the way.
Go ahead. I got control back.
Is
I got control back.
Is it related to Mel Gibson?
No.
Is this real breaking news?
Yes, actually. A poll released by a polling agency who does some traditionally okay polls of Pennsylvania counties finds Trump up 3 in Erie, the biggest bellwether beyond Northampton. That would mean that realistically in Pennsylvania, if he's up by 3 there, he's up by 3 statewide. So hell yeah.
Just quickly, chat, please confirm that you experienced a small interruption and that your stream is again working, if you would. Yep. That was 100% Rumble. I was trying to fix it on the back end. It's definitely not working now, but it looks like all the other ones are Foxhole and X and YouTube. Says good. I see good from Circle Jerk. Good deal. All right, I am sorry about that. Where we were was right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
So when I was the YAF president, I tricked a bunch of people.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's let the chat catch up. The audio is glitching. Is that true? Like low volume, high volume, glitchy? Let us know, chat. We'll get it fixed. If it's good for you, please say good. And we'll keep an eye. Didn't hear what he said. Can you hear us now, though, is the question.
Skipping audio in and out on YouTube doesn't look good.
I am pretty fucking done with Rumble. I'm very irritated by this. Delete that. Yes. I don't know that that'll help, but it's good. No problems. 5x5. It might just take it a minute. The glitchiness might actually be kind of part of the interruption. Glitching hugely. Audio is fine. He's talking to you. Try going back a little bit in the stream. But again, we're just double checking. Rumble shit the bed. I think we're going to just have to completely dump Rumble. But looks like YouTube is fine now if you're watching, which pretty much everybody is.
Yeah. How many times has Rumble shit the bed for you? Because it seems like a consistent problem that you've been having.
Well, I thought it was our old location, but I've become convinced that's no longer the thing. I think it's specific to Rumble because YouTube seems to work fine. Pilled might be a little jacked from the fact that I reset, but you might have to reset. It seems like everybody is saying once you hit refresh, it looks good, although Danny looks a little funky, a little grainy for some reason. Not sure what's going on there.
A little low res.
Stuck in 2006.
But I'm not even entirely sure that's coming through on your end. Okay, so we were talking about Jack got on Vivek, which was hilarious and awesome, but then also the flip side of that.
So with Vivek, that was the highlight of my week. And today, like, this is the most annoying shit of my week because when I was promoting Trump's visit to the BJC here at State College, some random asshole walked up to me and my coworker was just like, and just spit on us. I'm just like, what the hell, man? And so I followed him, recorded him, and said, hey, man, like, why the hell did you spit on us? And he just like kept quiet the entire time. And I said, I'm just gonna follow you to your class, man. Like, I have nothing better to do. So I follow him here, and you can watch what happens.
All right, I don't see a volume control on this video.
Yeah.
Were they mowing the lawn right next to you?
Yeah, yeah.
He walked up to me and spit on me and my friend.
Excuse me?
He walked up to me and spit on me and my friend. And he won't explain why.
That's awful.
We saw you do it. We had the spit on our fucking table, dude.
Is it that table?
It was by South Allen Gates.
Oh, well, I don't. Wait, what's the table at South Allen? I haven't seen that.
It's just like a.
He's just some random dude he
Elon
ran
Musk
into?
petition,
Yeah, yeah.
like Trump table.
Okay. See, again,
Well, who's this fucking guy that's the arbiter of truth now, Jack?
Yeah, who's this?
You don't spit on people.
He's just a random guy.
Yeah, and we did not interact with him at all. We just sit down and just wait for people
All right,
to
now go to the next.
You gave him so much responsibility.
He just walked up to us and spit on us.
Not okay, dude.
Like, you do understand that what you did could qualify as assault, right?
Not qualify. It is 100% assault.
The judge said it.
Okay, well, explain yourself first.
I will explain it to you once you stop unlawfully recording me.
That's not unlawful.
Who is this guy?
Yeah. This dude is.
He's on it.
Bro's fruity, but right.
He's pre-law.
You found like the perfect guy for this scenario.
Did we just enter the sun?
Okay, I don't understand why you think that you're entitled to any like respect when you just spit on me. Like, why should I do any favors for you when you clearly don't respect other people around you?
Yeah, there's more video to it, but that's all I could upload to Twitter.
Well, there he is.
Yeah.
Identify him, dox him, play by the left's rules.
Yeah, me and my coworker called the police, and I showed them the video. They got a physical description. They're gonna get him.
That is quite a serious charge to be spitting on people. Doesn't that fall under the category of like?
I can confirm skunk 12.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know what this guy has. He may have monkeypox. I could suffer from this for the rest of my life.
There was a time where I would have said just drop it and move on, but I honestly think if you can pursue consequences for this dude, you should pursue
Yeah,
it.
and believe it or not, this is not the first time we had someone arrested for messing with us on campus.
Oh, I do believe that.
Danny can.
No, they actually spit on Michelle last year at the Riley Gaines event.
And they were arrested for messing with our table at the Riley Gaines event.
Oh wait, John, back at the Grange Fair over the summer. So I was working the Grange Fair, right? And there was this lady who came up. She was about 70, 75 years old. Wild, crazy. This was just after our RFK endorsed Trump. So she came up and she was talking to the titular Michelle and getting on her nerves. And Michelle was just like, she was done with it. So she walked away, but I was walking over. So the lady, this old lady, decrepit thing, pivots towards me and now comes up to me and asks me this weird question about what we should do about Republicans in Congress or something. She doesn't explain it to me. She gives me no time to respond. So she keeps going like this. And then after
Danny, sorry.
And then after like 10 seconds, her clearly like special needs son walks up and starts getting it. And I'm like, ma'am, would you please? Your son is here. You're causing a scene in front of everyone. And then she was like, they're going to take away your rights. And then she walked away. And I'm like, ma'am, Trump is not taking away my rights. And her son reached out his hand to give me a handshake because so I was like, okay, respectful. So I reached out my hand to give this dude a handshake, and he lifts up his fucking water bottle and slaps me over the head with it. It says, bye, and then just like walks away or something. Or he says something to the effect of, good debating with you, except you're a devil, and then just like walks away. I'm like, then all these people, including GT, start chasing after them. And I'm like, guys, please, for goodness sake, it was a water bottle. This kid has special needs. His mother is not well. And she was attacking me. So all of us have dealt with this here, except for maybe Mihaly.
No, I don't.
I think Mihaly.
No, Mihaly dealt with it. What was that old guy that ran out of the woods and chased you?
What?
Yeah, I guess that did happen. Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
I was putting up some signs, and he thought I was messing with his Commonwealth sign.
Yeah,
apparently,
yeah.
all of a sudden I heard like sticks crunching in the wood, and this old guy comes like running out with his camera, like his phone up, like filming me.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the heck's going on? How long has he been there? Does he just wait for me?
Oh, I don't know if you were door knocking with me. There was this older guy's house out in I won't say what town, but it's in Harris Township. I'll give you that. And he has like all these like trans flags, like the weird tranny triangle, and then the like rainbow. They were hanging on his like front porch.
In this house, we're all equal.
Yeah, that kind of shit. All over the lawn, all over like. Well, he's wearing a wife beater with green shorts, so it's like this old gay man, and he's like, we're walking down the street, going to hang our Republican literature on like independent doors and Republican doors, and this guy starts recording us. And he's just like standing there. I'm like, you can come over and take a picture with us. I'm like, oh wait, you're probably gonna masturbate to that later. Never mind, don't do that. And he wasn't too fond of that. But no, speaking of what Jack was saying earlier, though, the same kid that got arrested. It was two people that got arrested at the Alleghenies event. They flipped the Yaff tables, like they just flipped them. But they also were spitting on Michelle through just screaming at her. They were spitting on her by doing that. It was disgusting. And that was the clip where Chris Dush went viral for saying, "You want to lose the $150 million the state gives your school?"
Really?
Yeah, and like a remix song of "Make America Great Again" was playing in the background. Like it was
good for Chris Dush.
Yeah. But yeah, this guy sucks.
Yeah, any autists out there with some good facial recognition, you can send me a DM. We would love to know who likes to go running around on Penn State's main campus at University Park, a.k.a. State College, spitting on people. Who is even the president of Penn State now?
Ben DePuty.
That's really their name?
Yeah.
Ben DePuty.
Stop it right now.
It's a female.
I'm still a student. Stop it. I can't be caught talking.
Yeah, I can't either. Nah.
Well, I can bend a pootie. I'm going to come bend your pootie.
They actually have.
I'm going to spit on it and then bend it.
Benda actually.
I'm going to bend it like Pootie Beckham.
Benda does surround herself with a lot of transgenders.
She's a gender bender.
Or like how Kamala bent over for.
She's a gender bender pootie.
Man.
That's not a real person. I refuse to believe it. Bring Michelle on the show. We should, and we have, and we will. She's a little maybe too classy for Cider House. We got to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. That I have no idea what's happening anymore. So spitting. We got the spitting. We got the Vivek. Jack, what's next on our link list?
Person said I look homicidal real quick. I just want to.
Yeah, it was when Michael was talking. I wanted to get a picture of it.
Sorry, I try to listen.
Can we do the woman getting ran through then, since it's kind of keeping
Oh
on
my God.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Why did you want to go to that?
I don't even have a link to that because
Well, no, I put
we
it
do.
in.
We do have it.
I have the link to it. Okay, everybody, we're gonna watch a woman get ran through by 100 men in one day.
No, we're not gonna watch that.
We
but
aren't
we're gonna
actually
watch
watching
her,
it.
we're gonna watch her talk about it. We're not gonna watch her.
We're gonna watch the TikTok about it.
We'll watch her talk about
Is
it.
the first one an option?
Hold on, holy fuck. Why is Jack playing?
Yeah. What?
I don't know. You're the master controller.
I know. Hold on. Oh, I must not have copied the link. Hold on.
See, I told you guys.
Why does my link of a woman fucking 100 men go to Jack?
Why does the? There we go.
There it is. There's it.
I think the witches were saying something.
Quit yapping.
Why didn't it?
I actually didn't watch this earlier.
I went viral.
Oh, there's. Oh, okay. So this lady.
For letting 23 guys run a train on me with my friend Bonnie. Now that video is actually out now, so if you want to.
Oh,
check it
she's
out,
from
you know where
England.
to go. But if you
Or
want
is
to
she
be part of the
Australian?
next one, I'm actually doing 100 guys in one day.
Oh my
so
God.
head on over to my Twitter to find out how to apply. Morning. So today is the day where I get run through by 100 guys.
Is the next
I'm sorry.
Is the next
No,
one?
I ain't playing more. Today is the day. That's where I'm fleshing pause.
I hear this and I can't just help but think about the Human Centipede. That movie.
Well,
I
okay.
hate that movie. I hate it.
The whole reason why I brought this up as a topic is because I think it's a very damning video about the West in general. Like this is Sodom and Gomorrah levels of like just terrible. Like why would you disrespect your own body that much to where you just let all these other people? It's just she. And the thing is too, she.
This really ain't that new though.
It's disgusting.
There was this famous woman. It's Sturgis. I believe it was Sturgis.
You don't remember? You were there, but you don't remember?
I was really young at the time.
Okay, Mihai.
No, go ahead.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there. But she would lay in a barn all night and let anyone and everyone have sex with her for free. And her whole goal was to try and set the world record. I forget the number she got to one year, but it was something like 500.
Well, all I have to say about this is that whenever someone is asked a question of would you prefer a gay son or a thought daughter, people have an easy answer now.
Yeah.
What is that?
At the end of the day,
the
mileage of dick is the same, is what you're saying? There is no either or. They'll be taken.
John, slippery slope here, bub.
You fucking watching what I'm watching here? Fine, we'll play some more. Fine. You guys want to slope it?
Condoms I have.
Oh!
That was the part that grossed you guys
I
out?
will now remember.
Oh, it gets so much
That was a
worse.
materialization of
She got pink eye because of it. If she shows the pink eye on camera, it's foul.
You mean just too much semen in her?
Was this this in Saudi Arabia or something, or were they shitting on her face like the fucking Saudi princes apparently do? This is the rumor. When you go to Saudi Arabia, these OnlyFans girls, they pay them $10 million, never have sex with them, they just shit on them.
That makes sense.
It's not even sexual. I think it's just a humiliation thing or something.
That makes sense.
Kamala has at least 9 miles of.
Yeah, that's kind of accurate.
She eats healthy. She has.
I mean, that's how she got her position, right? That's how she got her position.
Danny, how you doing, buddy?
I'm damning my political career right now.
No, you just because you're standing near a train wreck doesn't mean you were driving the train. You know what I mean?
Brother, the way that was a 4-dimensional joke.
I wasn't ready for it either. I just sit here with links. I think Jack or somebody, I don't know who added that link to the show program.
It was Michael. It was Michael.
I was sitting
because I wanted to have a serious conversation about it.
All right, Michael.
Not because.
All right, Michael.
You just want to call women whores. That's the only conversation you wanted to
What's
have.
next?
No,
What's next?
no. It's the sheer fact of this would never have.
Mihai, are you regretting
been
sharing the camera with
acceptable.
Michael right now?
No.
You're like, I have to be present for this explanation. But go ahead, Michael.
No, I'm just-
Danny resembles a young George Soros. That's crazy.
Okay.
But
Danny does tell everyone where all the Jews are at every moment.
You don't resemble an old George
No, I'm
Soros.
sorry.
'cause
You
there's
blame me.
there's not
my
too-
ethnicity is too German to be George Soros.
What is his ethnicity?
Jewish.
Allegedly Jewish Hungarian.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But
so-
he was accused of selling out his fellow.
Yeah,
Jews.
yeah, that's what I was talking about. He's a German Jew, isn't he?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
what was it? Oh, no. Michael sent that link to the Cider House group chat. And I was sitting in the Sackett Building lounge, and my volume was on. And it goes, today's the day I'm about to get ran through by 100 times.
And then everyone looked at you. Everyone, all eyes were on you.
It is a damning condemnation of modern society. That's what the original point of the topic was.
Just this out of focus bag of should we press play? I mean, we're at, let me see, we're 27 seconds in. It's 2.5 minutes long.
I think we've already ran.
Are we gonna see what?
I think we already ran through the topic.
Brother,
Like they ran through her? Like they ran through her, Michael?
Did we run a train on that topic,
Well,
Michael?
you know what? Nobody else wants
Is the next one 500, guys?
I'm sorry, Danny. I'm sorry. I didn't know. If I had known, I wouldn't have told you. But now I can pretend that I would have, since I actually didn't. Which is fuming. McCain is Hitler, I see. Trump is Hitler. George W. Bush is Hitler. And
Think about the people on the street right now reading this chat. They're like, what the fuck?
We put up a TV in the window to display everything you're seeing right now, and it's probably not going great. But you know, we might have Officer what's his name from Take Notice come knock on the door. But you know, it is what it is.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever update the chat about the cops getting caught on the first night on the streets?
I think
Yeah,
so.
we were there.
I think I did.
Yeah. We addressed it.
I posted
The train did make a lot of stops.
There was a lot of stops on that train.
It was either the last episode or the episode before that, but we did talk about it.
All right.
You want to know something weird?
not really. After
I mean, it's
what
not
we-
necessarily weird.
I mean, well, what kind of weird are we talking
The
about?
more you think about it, it actually starts to make sense. But Danny, what was it, 2 summers ago, he took a trip to Amsterdam. And
What the fuck you talking
The funny part is, the first thing he did, he got off the plane, he just took a cab right to Anne Frank's house.
The highlight of my
He was
career.
so excited. He's always wanted to see it.
Oh,
your rebuttal, sir.
How do I respond? How do I respond?
All right. Do you guys
On
want to
that
stick to this
note-
okay.
There was
You guys-
nothing there.
Do you guys want to stick to this topic or go to some of the other?
Since we're talking about Anne Frank, we might as well talk about Kamala
Oh,
Harris
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
Anne Frank, which is Trump would invoke Adolf Hitler, the man who was responsible for the death of 6 million Jews.
Wait, John. Before you start that, I heard you say Gadolf Hitler for some reason.
Well, I might have. It also, you might have just revealed a little bit more about yourself than you meant to. They call that a Freudian slip, Jack. All right.
Jack the Ripper.
So we'll start with this. I'm not doing all 3 minutes of it. Hopefully she Hitlers him. She holocaustedly holocausts in and Hitlers him as quickly as possible. And then we'll get to all the other Hitlers. So here's Kamala on
Yesterday
Trump.
We learned that Donald Trump's former chief of staff, John Kelly, a retired 4-star general, confirmed that while Donald Trump was president, he said he wanted generals like Adolf Hitler had. Donald Trump said that because he does not want a military that is loyal to the United States Constitution. He wants a military that is loyal to him. He wants a military who will be loyal to him personally, one that will obey his orders even when he tells them to break the law or abandon their oath to the Constitution of the United States. In just the past week, Donald Trump has repeatedly called his fellow Americans the enemy from within, and even said that he would use the United States military to go after American citizens. And let's be clear about who he considers
Let's be
to
clear.
be the enemy from within. Anyone who refuses to bend a knee or
She's
dares
looking at her
to
notes a lot.
criticize him would qualify in his mind as the enemy within.
Jack, she's looking into your soul right now.
Do you think that they initially had a 1 mic setup and she goes, I need more mics?
Yes.
This is too few microphones. I feel uncomfortable. It feels unnatural.
She needs to run a train of mics. That's what she needs to do.
100 mics.
All right, so I mean, I think we
100 Mike
get the
Obamas.
gist of it, but I'm going to imagine here, Jack, that the next link here is going to be just this same playbook. On, on repeat. So the first one says George W. Bush.
Yep, that's him, Hitler.
Bush was Hitler. Oh man, I kind of want that Bush poster. Look at
except-
that in the bottom right.
Except instead of genociding,
Creative.
Instead of genociding Jews, he genocided brown people in the desert.
How you guys? How old were you guys when Bush Jr. was running? Like 4?
Like 1.
I was.
Which time?
I was
Fair point.
in 2004. I would have been.
I got you later.
4 or 5
Should
months
be
old.
really.
I would have been 5 months old.
I was 4. I was born in 2000, so it's easy for me.
Oh man, I was in like high school or something. But this, I mean, yeah. So this is nothing new. And then George Bush, of course, is at least ostensibly sort of similar to Donald Trump in the minds of the left. But
Then you have
John McCain, the good old wet start McCain.
Ugh.
Let's get him up here.
Yeah, this one, Madonna. is
Now
the
he's
one making
now he's
the,
their hero.
Yeah.
Madonna likens McCain to Hitler at first. Sticky. Oh my God, the tour was called Sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's Madonna.
You want to know what's really ironic about all this? You know Hank Williams Jr.?
I do.
You know that he's the guy that wrote the original Sunday Night Football song?
I did not.
Are you ready for some football?
That's Hank Williams Jr.?
Yeah.
Holy
It's
shit.
Based off of All My Rowdy Friends Are Coming Over Tonight.
Speaking of Kamala.
He got fired from Sunday Night Football because he called Obama Hitler on The View. Meanwhile, every celebrity ever has called Trump Hitler and faced no repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk for a second just about how like
Mitt Romney.
like I love how Obama said the day before, why is the pressure, the political pressure so high in America right now? And then the next day, Kamala Harris comes out and she claims that Trump's Hitler. And this is coming from the person who, by the way, literally has brought peace to the Middle East. It doesn't exist anymore, but there was peace there for at least 2 days, and that's because of Trump. And now they're the argument fell apart years ago, but it makes even less sense now.
I saved 7.
Sorry.
So I'm glad that nobody's falling for it this election cycle, because we've already dealt with this twice, and that's just not true.
Well,
Everyone knows it's not
I saw
true.
people tweeting out big story about to drop could end Trump's campaign.
Oh, that was
I was
about
trying
a
to find
different-
the story all day. I was like, what?
That was
what
about a
even
different
happened?
thing.
What was it?
There was another story that dropped yesterday by somebody who's a paid DNC operative, it turns out, who said that Trump groped her when she was
the former model.
Yes, the former model thing, and while at a Jeffrey Epstein party or something. It was in '92. They apparently provided evidence, but it wasn't Trump's handwriting. It wasn't.
What, he wrote a note, I did grope her.
Pretty much, yeah, that's what she provided. It was stupid. She's a DNC operative. That one fell apart in 5 minutes. It was.
Did you say, I don't know, maybe you said this while I was pulling this up, but it was 1993 and Epstein didn't even
1992.
move? Whatever it was. He didn't move to that house till 96.
Yeah.
So-
I know. It was.
Whoops.
It was so. It was.
And
nothing makes sense.
They shopped that story to CNN and all the other liberal outlets 3 weeks ago, and they all turned it down.
Yeah, they all turned it
for
down.
obvious
Every single one of them
reasons.
turned it down.
Right.
But we did have Marshall. It sets my gaydar off quite strongly here, Marshall Mathers. But he is now pro Kamala. Let's hear what he has to say real quick, if we dare.
What up, though?
What up, doe?
So look, I wrote down a few things I wanted to say. I love you too. Thank
It's
you.
an awfully hot coffee pot.
I'm here tonight for a couple of important reasons.
What are they, Em?
As most of you know,
I know it.
the city of Detroit and the whole state
Detroit.
of Michigan
Oh, that's
mean
why.
a lot to me.
Did you see Obama's intro to him, though?
Yeah, it was
that's coming up.
Going into this election, the spotlight is on us more than ever, and I think it's important to use your voice. So I'm encouraging everybody to get out and vote,
Is
please.
he saying vote or die?
Like Diddy.
Yeah, there you go.
I also think that people shouldn't be afraid to express their opinions. And I don't think anyone wants an America where people are worried about retribution or what people will do if you make your opinion known.
So, like what Tim Walz said. Got it.
I think Vice President Harris supports a future for this country where these freedoms and many others will be protected and upheld.
Wait, did Tim
And here to
Walz
tell you much more about that,
actually drop
President
the
Barack
N-bomb
Obama.
on a mic?
Wait, what?
Oh my God! Did they lose themselves? Did they lose themselves in that intro?
In the soy.
Eminem has
they,
to be-
they lost themselves in the soy.
Yeah.
All right, it's coming up. I'm bringing it up, but go ahead.
Eminem has to be one of the biggest sellouts ever. Like,
Oh.
Yep.
He was like one of the rarest faces in the rap industry that was white, and he gave a voice to people in that position, like just white working class people. But he never really did anything with it, if we're being honest.
He made a song about beating his wife, accused his mom of being a drug
Yeah.
user while he was on drugs.
And yeah, and where is he now? Like from his humble beginnings, he became just a billionaire rapper.
Now he's just out there wrecking
Yeah, and
Hector's rectum.
Yeah, and he's just doing the service of the people that aren't his community. It's so annoying.
So Obama looks like he's walking up to a male prostitute in some rural area. He's like, "Hello, sir. What do you charge?" Here we go. It's bad. You guys ready?
Mel Gibson said he was voting for Trump, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned him before.
Why is this? This is all the way up. Oh Jesus. Okay, hold on.
Hello, Detroit!
Oh, this God. Here we go.
You know, I have done a lot of rallies.
Oh, boy.
A lot of rallies.
Usually get nervous. But I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem.
Was it gay? Was that the way you were feeling?
I mean, I notice my palms are sweaty,
Oh God.
knees weak,
Arms are heavy.
Oh no.
Mom spaghetti.
Rubbing on my sweater already. Mom spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready.
Oh, he's still going.
Bombs, but I keep
Oh.
spaghetti.
Oh.
Please
The
stop.
The white lady in the back was feeling it. Oh, he did stop. He doesn't keep going, does he?
Please stop. Don't do anymore.
I heard
Oh, Jesus.
there was another rally here on Friday night, but it was a little smaller than this one.
It was actually larger, but okay.
Why is he talking like that?
Don't boo now, vote.
When I hear "don't boo, vote," I'm just gonna stop any given video, whatever it might happen to be about.
But guys, take your time to look at the crowd. Yeah. This is totally Eminem's audience here. Middle-aged, like or just boomers. That's his demographic, right?
Yeah, I don't see anybody in that picture under like 40.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
I see some really fat people.
Just to give you an idea of how much of a sellout Eminem has become, like his appeal should just be young teenagers or just young like.
Jack, I think you're forgetting how old Eminem is.
That's true.
Yeah, but
that's a fair point.
None of these people fit the demographic he appeals to, and that's
What are you talking about? That guy in the New York hat right there, like Eminem was his prime of it.
Eminem's fallen off. No young person listens to Eminem, so it like
I think the
this
only
is his
Eminem
demographic.
song that still plays on the radio, like that I hear in State College, is like his duet with Rihanna or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you gonna stand there and watch me burn? That's all right. I like the way it hurts.
Okay.
That's it, right? I got it, I think.
Well,
millennials.
Yeah. But there's one more clip I wanted you specifically to review, John,
Oh,
which
Jesus.
was back when he did an interview with Anderson Cooper on how he rhymes, because you're a musician.
What, Rhyme Time with Eminem? That one?
Yeah.
Can we not? Okay.
Because you're a musician, and I'm curious to see what your thoughts on this are.
If you insist.
Why do we have to watch Anderson Cooper? He hurts my soul.
Speaking of Anderson Cooper, that interview with Kamala did not.
Oh
go well.
no, that interview.
Even
was
he
awful.
called her out. Yeah, I saw it.
I will skip this.
You
Yep.
mean Anderson Vanderbilt?
Yep, there you go.
It's just in the enunciation of it. Like people say that
he's
the
definitely
word
gay.
orange
He
doesn't
admitted
rhyme
in
with
the-
anything.
yeah.
And that kind of pisses me off because
word
I can think of a lot
orange.
of things that rhyme with orange.
What rhymes with orange?
If you're looking, if you're taking the word at face value, and you just say orange, nothing is going to rhyme with it exactly. If you enunciate it and you make it like more than one syllable, orange, you could say like, I put my orange 4-inch door hinge in storage and ate porridge.
All right, let me show you a better version of rhyming orange real quick.
While
Go
he's
ahead.
looking that up, I did just want to say the best song that has to do with Eminem isn't even an Eminem song. It's Mariah Carey's diss of him for being a weirdo. Obsessed. Good song.
Okay, don't interrupt John's
President Trump
beautiful
making
music.
history, becoming the first American president to ever step foot onto North Korean soil.
Okay, shotgun, a shot pop with my hot monkeys. Morris, garnish, orange, Morris, and on Morris, chorus. This guy so much yeah.
Did it better than Eminem. What can I say? What can I say? I rhymed orange better than this guy. Hold on. This guy. Go ahead, Marshall. Marshall, continue, please.
With George. You just have to figure out the science to breaking down words and try to.
And do you think about this throughout the day? I mean, you're driving along.
I didn't.
He doesn't.
I didn't. I did a bunch of cocaine and marijuana.
Do you think they hooked?
And then just what came out was this. Total win.
Who wants to place bets?
That's
that
not
they-
true
they
entirely.
Probably hooked up after that interview.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I just like to. Maybe I made this song after watching this interview. It's very possible. It's not true, but it is indeed possible. What do you think? Who did orange rhymes better? Marshall? Let's go
What
back.
did this
real quick.
man just say?
Hold on.
Orange 4-inch door hinge in storage.
He thinks after orange, he thinks 4-inch. The first thing that comes to his mind is 4-inch.
Because he's pronouncing it like 4-inch.
Now let me again compared to.
Shotgun, a shot pop with my hot monkeys. Morris, garnish, orange, Morris, and on Morris, chorus.
I even led into the chorus with a rhyme.
John, I don't want to shit on your music, but like it doesn't rhyme.
Yeah, I'm just.
That's exactly the point. What do you mean?
Okay.
What are you getting at?
the 4D mimetic
The
stuff.
first
right
thing that
now.
came to my mind was I went down to the gorge and I ate an orange.
What is that? Is there a double entendre with gorge? Is this a oral sex reference, or
Does
are
it
you
rhyme?
just no?
The first thing, the first thing I thought of when orange is brought up ever is Mr. Orange from Reservoir Dogs. Any of the colors.
Get on borage.
Porridge.
Reservoir Dogs is a good
Porridge. Who thinks
Exactly.
of was he reading a goddamn Three Little Bears or something?
This one's too hot.
Yeah, was he like? I mean,
This one's just right.
And ate porridge with George.
Okay, I've lost brain.
awful.
Have you seen?
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
Pull up the Vivek rapping thing.
Oh yeah. Eminem told him to stop playing his music.
Even though Vivek can rap better than him.
Do I have
guarantee
a
it.
Do I have a Vivek?
You can
link?
just
No, you just gotta.
Oh wait. You might get hit with a copyright strike if you play.
Yeah.
No, not if you play the Vivek thing.
We got hit with
Well,
like
he was playing-
30.
He was
so-
playing
so-
the music in
He
the
was playing it.
background.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna leave the Vivek. Go look it up on your own. It is 8 o'clock. We are officially 2 hours in. Believe it or not.
Hell yeah.
And since maybe it'll help.
Lord of the Rings. Weren't you before?
Yeah.
He didn't
Did
say
you
he
see
wasn't.
Did
He
you
didn't
see
say-
the comment?
Gentlemen.
Wait, real quick. While you were being selfish and trying to
Yeah.
mansplain to me that you
Oh.
were rhyming orange even though you weren't, did you see the guy that commented about Diddy and a raccoon?
No, I didn't. What?
Did he actually try the like 3 raccoons fit in a human asshole?
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to. I didn't
Wait,
see
what?
it. I'm trying to see what he was saying.
Whoever was commenting about Diddy and raccoons, could you repeat it? I'll see if
What
I.
did you just say, Danny?
I'll see if I.
Isn't it possible to fit 3 raccoons in a human anus?
How would you even?
Yeah.
Where this
What?
guy?
Why are you asking? Like I would know that.
I think Michael's interested.
No, I'm not.
Let's Google it.
Furthest he got was 2.
I don't see anything about raccoons or anuses
Or Diddy.
or Diddy. Honestly,
Okay.
video.
Oh,
wait,
banging a dead rack. That's wild.
Slim storage.
Slim snort.
It's pretty good, Linda. Honestly, video of Diddy banging a dead raccoon. I think we're gonna have to put a pin
He's a zoophile.
in that one as well. Is
Well,
that
I
a
mean-
necrozoophile at that point? I
Yeah.
don't know. Let's use Mo Juice.
Necrozoophile.
The necrozoophilia.
I
It's
wasn't
it's a
there, so I
niche.
can't confirm.
Sodom and Gomorrah, folks. Like I was talking about earlier. Sodom and Gomorrah.
Mihaly Sogor, Michael Scott, thank you for joining and agreeing to share a camera as well as a Sodom and a Gomorrah.
Why? Why would you?
Jack Kentner,
Why would you defame me like
thank you for not killing any
Thank you,
prostitutes
Danny.
while on the show. Thank you for letting your what's the American Psycho quote? Like your bloodlust is spilling over into the days or whatever. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Jack, thank you. Danny, sorry you'll never get to run for an elected position after doing this show, but it is what it is. Like I said, just because you're standing next to a train wreck doesn't mean you were driving the train. It does probably mean that you're from India, though, just for what it's worth. I mean, just if it's a train wreck, statistically, you're in India.
brother. Smells really bad too.
I mean,
Chat, thank you. Lord of the Ree, thank you. I believe we did our best to read every super chat. I think I have it officially well enough set up now that your memberships, if you're a YouTube member, will be automatically highlighted. If they're not, I'll get it fixed. I'll figure out what's going on with the chat on X, and I think it's maybe time just to get rid of Rumble now that it is destroying our stream on other platforms as well. But all the other ones seem to be good once we rebooted. So YouTube, X, and Foxhole, I think we're kicking around the idea of kick. That was an unintentional pun. It really was. Some other ones we're going to try out, but we might be done with Rumble unless they I don't know, want to fucking figure out what the fuck's going on. But that is it for today. I am John Ward, and until next time, remember, you are a world champion. Don't let your memes be dreams.
Nationalistic, legendary, legendary. Nationalistic, legendary, legendary. Nationalist. Well, I stayed outside too long. I got too cold. I froze. I became a whale killer,